UFC is back in Abu Dhabi. We got a ton of good fights, 2 title fights. It's early here in the States, and as always, plenty of money to be made. Let's get into it. First fight of the night, we got Aleksandar Rakic taking on Azamat Murzakanov. So Rakic is 14-5. That is 6-4 in the UFC. Murzakanov is 15-0. That is 5-0 in the UFC. Rakic has lost 3 straight fights. Murzakanov undefeated, so obviously won 15 straight. Rakic, 33 years old. Murzakanov, 36 years old. I'm going to take Aleksandar Rakic money line here as a dog, plus 102. I just really like the odds on it. Rakic has lost 3 straight, but they all came to champions, all right? We're talking Blachowicz, Yuri, and Magomed Ankalaev. Like, not bad losses whatsoever. Murzakanov, yeah, he beat Alonzo Menafield, who's ranked number 14, but hasn't beaten anyone in, the top 13 after that. So Rakic fighting the way better competition, and he hasn't looked bad in these losses either. Like, the Magomed fight was close, the Jan fight was an injury, and the Yuri fight he got caught. Whatever. But, I feel confident here in Aleksandar Rakic. We're riding with him at plus money. Let's go. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, fight end by KO is only minus 110. I say minus 110 because listen to these. 11 of Rakic's 19 pro fights have ended by KO, and 11 of Murzakanov's 15 pro fights have ended by KO. That's 65% combined, and it's basically at pick-em odds. You'd have to parlay it, but still kind of crazy odds there. The over 1.5 is minus 190. You'd have to parlay it. Rakic has hit it in 6 straight fights, and Murzakanov has hit it in 4 of his last 5, so it does seem likely that it probably hits it there. I'm just a little worried about really Rakic, I guess, right? It is light heavyweight. They both hit hard. And fight does not go the distance is minus 140. So again, you'd have to parlay it. But 13 of Rakic's 19 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 12 of Murzakanov's 15 pro fights have not gone the distance. That is 74% combined. Next fight of the night, we got Alexander Volkov taking on Jailton Almeida. So Volkov is 38-11. That is 12-5 in the UFC. Almeida is 22-3. That is 8-1 in the UFC. Both these guys have won 4 of their last 5 fights. Volkov going to be 37 on Friday. Almeida, 34 years old. Again, dude, I'm taking the dog here. I'm running with Alexander Volkov money line plus 200. Again, really just an odds play for me here. In the last 5 years, he's only lost to the 2 guys in the main event, Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane. These are not bad losses whatsoever. Also, the most recent loss to Cyril Gane, pretty controversial. If you ask me, Volkov won that fight. I think if you ask most people, you ask Dana White, Volkov won that fight. So really, he should be on a 5-fight win streak coming into this, possibly even getting the title shot over Cyril Gane. So kind of a fucked up situation here. Hoping he doesn't blow it here because he should get the next title shot, even though he's already lost to both guys in the main event. But I digress, guys. Only lost to those 2 guys in the last 5 years. How about Jailton Almeida's record? Only 2 of his 8 UFC wins came to guys still on the UFC roster. This guy's beating a bunch of fucking cans out here. Also, Volkov lands twice the amount of strikes per minute, and he has decent takedown defense. I would never say it's good. He's too tall to have really good takedown defense. I do think, though, if he can just keep this on the feet, this is his fight to lose. I like Volkov's chances here a lot as long as he does not get taken down, which, could easily happen. So we'll see. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, fight does not go the distance is minus 400, so definitely parlay it. 33 of Volkov's 49 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 23 of Almeida's 25 pro fights have not gone the distance. That is 76% combined. The over 1.5 is a pick'em. It's minus 115 right now, so you'd have to parlay it. Volkov's hit it in 3 straight. The only problem is Almeida's only hit it once in his last 4 fights, so definitely a little risky. And if you like Jailton Almeida, take him by finish. Minus 160, you still have to parlay it. 21 of his 22 pro wins have come by finish, and Volkov has been finished 5 times before. Next fight of the night, we got Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Mario Bautista. So Umar is 18-1. That is 6-1 in the UFC. Bautista is 16-2. That is 10-2 in the UFC. Umar is coming off his first pro loss to Merab, but he was on an 18-fight win streak before that. Bautista has won 8 straight fights. Umar, 29 years old. Bautista, 32 years old. It's chalky, but I got to ride with Umar money line here. It's minus 500. I'm parlaying it, obviously. I'll get to it as we go. I mean, dude, it's Umar. He averages 4 takedowns per 15 minutes. Bautista's been taken down by half of his UFC opponents. This dude has had 12 UFC fights, was taken down by 6 different opponents. We don't think Umar is going to be able to get him down? Of course he is. Also, it's a 3-round fight, which I think favors Umar, even though I've never seen Bautista go 5 rounds, and we have seen Umar go 5 rounds. Either way, I just feel like Bautista's sneaky good, where he could like put it on late. So I like that this is 3 rounds. Umar, get this easy dub. It shouldn't be an easy dub, but you know what I mean. Get this dub. Get the rematch against Merab, and then lose that. Come up short in that so that Merab can be king again. Let's go. If you guys are looking for anything else, take Umar by finish is plus 215. Half of his pro wins have come by finish, and Bautista was finished in both of his pro losses. Man never lost by decision before. Only loses by finish. So, and the over 2.5 I like a lot too, but it was, I mean, you're talking to the guy who took a minus 500 here, but a little chalky, minus 260. I just don't love it because I feel like Umar could get the finish. But you'd have to parlay it, obviously. Umar's hit it in 4 of his last 5, including 3 straight fights, and Bautista's hit it in 4 straight fights. It's obviously why it's so chalky, because they hit it all the time. But co-main event, we got the rematch. Virna Jandiroba taking on Mackenzie Dern. 2. Jandiroba is 22-3. That is 8-3 in the UFC. Dern is 15-5. That is 10-5 in the UFC. Jandiroba has won 5 straight fights. Dern has won 2 straight fights. Jandiroba, 37 years old. Mackenzie Dern, 32 years old. I was torn here on what to take. Almost jumped on one of them. I'll get to it in a minute. But instead, I'm taking the over 2.5. It is the alt total rounds, minus 250. Jandiroba has hit it in 5 of her last 6, and Dern has hit it in 7 of her last 8. I don't know if this one goes the distance, but like I just feel like it probably goes long. They're both submission threats. Neither has been submitted before, so I kind of think it stays standing. Also, their first fight, little boring, decision. All right, so add an extra 2 rounds on it. Either way, they hit it in the first fight. We're hitting it in this fight, baby. Let's go. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, this is what I strongly considered. Virna Jandiroba is a dog here, plus 150. She's riding the momentum of a 5-fight win streak, while Dern has lost 2 of her last 4. Sure, she's won 2 in a row, but she lost 3 of her last 4 before that. Also, Jandiroba taken down 10 of her 11 UFC opponents, including Mackenzie Dern in their first fight. So if she's not scared to take Mackenzie to the ground, you don't think she's going to implement that again this time around? Also, she stuffed all 5 of Dern's takedown attempts in the first fight. So she was controlling the wrestling here. I think the extra 2 rounds could favor her here. When I saw this fight in my head, I was like, oh, Mackenzie's probably like a plus 130. To see Mackenzie as like a minus 130, I was like, what? So I think Jandiroba's a live dog. The over 4.5, if you want a little extra off the top, not much extra, by the way, but minus 115 for that. Dern has hit it in 3 of the 4 5-rounders that she's been scheduled for in the UFC, and Jandiroba did not hit it in the lone 5-rounder she was scheduled for in the UFC, but she has gone the distance in 5 of her last 6. Fight M by sub, it's plus 150. 8 of Dern's 15 pro wins have come by sub, including her last win, and 14 of Jandiroba's 22 pro wins have come by sub. That is 59% combined, but like I mentioned, neither girl has been sub before. Main event, we got Tommy Aspinall taking on Cyril Gane. Aspinall is 15-3, that is 8-1 in the UFC. Gane is 13-2, that is 10-2 in the UFC. Aspinall has won 3 straight fights. Gane has won 3 of his last 4 fights. Aspinall, 32 years old. Cyril Gane, 35 years old. I don't think I realized how old Ciryl was. Dude, we got to ride with Tommy Aspinall here, right? I'm taking Tom Aspinall money line, minus 360. I'm parlaying it with that chalky-ass Umar line and the over 2.5 in the co-main event. Gets us plus 115 for those 3. It's chalky, but I think it probably hits, right? Aspinall lands almost 3 more strikes per minute. He averages over 3 takedowns per 50 minutes, and he has 100% takedown accuracy. Cyril Gane was taken down in both of his pro losses, and he has a pretty terrible 43% takedown defense. I feel like this goes just like the John Jones fight, where Tom isn't stupid, takes it to the ground early, and it's a short night for everyone. So rather than fuck with an over-under, try and get some value on this, I said, fuck it, let's just ride with Tom. Also, a little nervous. I'm completely wrong, and it goes long, so that's why I'm like, let me just take the money line. I don't want to take the finish. But if you guys want to take him by finish, it's minus 300. All 15 of his pro wins have come by finish, and Gane was finished in his last loss. Fight end by KO is -125. 12 of Aspinall's 15 pro wins have come by KO, and 6 of Gane's 13 pro wins have come by KO. That is 64% combined. The over 1.5 is -125. Tom's only hit it twice in his pro career, but Gane's hit it in 10 of his last 11 fights.
I'm worth 100,000 like Woodrow. When a ball call me Wilson, going overboard at the Hilton.